Hello and welcome to the next lesson. Here we're going to talk about Supermetrics for Google Data Studio. So first of all, we'll cover what Supermetrics for Google Data Studio actually is and what kind of reports you can build with this tool. Next, you'll get step-by-step instructions on getting started. And next, we'll take a look at how to run your first query. Then you will see a page analytics report created with Supermetrics for Google Data Studio. And then we'll finish, as usual, with an assignment. So let's begin by first answering the question, what Supermetrics for Google Data Studio actually is. It is a set of connectors from Google Ads, Google Analytics, HubSpot, Facebook Ads, and 60 more other platforms that transfer data into Google Data Studio directly. Supermetrics connectors are available from Google Data Studio's connector gallery, so the entire experience is happening within Google Data Studio's UI. First of all, let's answer the question, what kind of reports can you build in Google Data Studio? These are overview reports for the management team or reports which provide a good overview of how your key metrics are performing. Page analytics report is a good example of such reports. Another report type very popular in Data Studio is client-facing reports. So these reports help the client check the progress of their monthly campaigns across with the key marketing channels performance.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a data source file with a Supermetrics for Data Studio connector. Start by going to Google Data Studio. Click on Create and select Data Source. Next, search for Supermetrics. Under Partner Connectors, you can find Supermetrics connectors for dozens of different data sources. In this example, we're going to select the Facebook Ads by Supermetrics connector. Once you've selected the connector, continue to authorize it with your Google account. Next, authorize the connection to your data source. With your own account, log into the data source. In this example, we're logging into Facebook. Depending on your data source, follow the login process and grant access to Supermetrics. Now select the account you want to use from this data source. In this example, we're selecting a Facebook ad account. You can also select multiple accounts, data to be included in the same data source, and manage your data source specific settings. Once you're all set up, select whether you want to start your report from scratch or with one of our templates. You can also change the name of your data source to make it more informative. For example, you can name the data source based on the ad account you have selected. Finally, click on Connect. You'll be taken to the field list where you can see all the dimensions and metrics that are available through the connector. That's it. You've successfully connected your first data source to Data Studio. You can now start building Data Studio dashboards and reports with your own data. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build your first Google Data Studio report with Supermetrics connectors. Start out by going to Google Data Studio, click on Create, and select Report. You can now connect to a new data source or choose an existing one by going to My Data Sources. In this example, we're going to use our Facebook Ads data source to build our report. Once you've selected your data source, click on Add. Now let's build our first chart. We're going to start out with a table. We have already selected our Facebook Ads data source. Next, we'll select the dimension, country to split the data. As the metrics, we're going to choose link clicks and cost per click. That's it. We can now see our ad campaign results from the past 28 days split by country. Next, we'll add a time series chart showing our Facebook ad campaigns, impressions, and reach over time. Select date as the dimension and the impressions and reach as the metrics. We'll also add a pie chart to visualize our audience demographics. Select age as the dimensions and reach as the metric. Then sort the data by age. Now that we have our three graphs, we'll add filter controls to our report. First, from the Data Studio top navigation bar, add the date range filter to your report. Next, add a filter control to your report and continue to select campaign name as the dimension. Now simply go to the View mode of Data Studio. You can now set the date range for your data, either from a list of preset date ranges or by selecting custom start and end dates. You can also select which campaign's data you want to see in your report. Your selections will affect all of your charts. That's it. When you're happy with your report or your dashboard, simply share it with your coworkers or clients.
And now let's turn to our customer success stories once again. Another client we would like to feature is Nestle. Supermetrics helped Nestle improve decision-making based on data and save 80% of time spent on marketing reporting. Before using Supermetrics, Nestle's brand managers were mainly relying on agencies to give them visibility on their own data and to provide them with reports. The team then decided to create a Data Studio dashboard, which would combine the data from multiple sources and automate their marketing reporting. Supermetrics allowed Nestle's global data and analytics team act local and think global. After all the manual tasks were automated, the team could focus on decision-making for their campaigns. Focusing on data analysis instead of the manual work allowed Nestle to reach data activation more quickly and make relevant business decisions more timely. And now let's take a look at this lesson's assignment. Think about which reports you'd like to create in Google Data Studio. First of all, how are you currently building your client-facing and management reports? Would it make sense to get started with Google Data Studio if you haven't done yet so? And secondly, what kind of reports you would like to build there? Next, as your home task, start using Supermetrics connectors for Google Data Studio and make sure to share these reports with us.